Our second selection sees second place Arsenal playing host to third place Newcastle. At Arsenal, they battled back from behind to earn a draw in their last game against Liverpool. Gakpo and Diaz scored twice within a 2-minute span to put Liverpool 2 up at the break. However, Arteta worked his magic in the locker room, and taking a look at the stats, we can see that the Gunners really did pick up their performance in the second period. Martinelli scored just 2 minutes into the half, with Moreno equalising on the 70th minute to claw back a draw, 2-2 the final score. In terms of form, despite coming back from 2 down to earn the draw, it's no win in 3 Premier League matches for Arsenal now, and just 1 win in their last 6 games has really seen the title slip away in the past month. They host a Newcastle side who bested Chelsea in their last matchup. Sandro Tonali opened the affair early on as he shot the ball into the ground, bouncing over the oncoming Sanchez to hand the Magpies a lead. The Toon fans would then have to wait quite some time for their second goal of the game, and that came in the 89th minute thanks to Bruno Guimaraes. His strike from the edge of the box would find the back of the net to hand Newcastle a 2-0 victory. In terms of form, Newcastle are now unbeaten in their last 3 Premier League games, and they've really given their chances of top 5 a shot in the arm with 2 games left to play. When we take a look at the head-to-head records, the last encounter between these sides came in the EFL Cup semi-finals. Newcastle won both legs of the semis 2-0 against the run of play, but there can be no mistake that they were the more clinical side. And I'm sure there's a lesson to be learned in having a real number 9 for the Gunners, but I'm not going to get into that point here. Longer term, those cup wins for Newcastle mean they've won each of the last 3 and 4 of the last 5 encounters between these two sides, so perhaps Eddie Howe has Arteta figured out. My prediction for today's game is that now we're at the real business end of the Premier League season. There are still Champions League spots up for grabs, as sides jostle for position. As such, I think we're in for a tense affair with Arsenal holding a lot of the possession and Newcastle trying to hold them off and strike on the counter-attack. I don't think we're in for a high-scoring game, and here's why. Arsenal have seen under 2.5 goals in none of their last 4 Premier League matches. However, before that mark, they had seen under 2.5 goals in 6 of the last 7. Whereas Newcastle, they've seen under 2.5 goals in just 1 of their last 7 matches. However, they've seen under 2.5 in 3 of their last 5 away fixtures. A lot of their high-scoring affairs coming at St James Park. When we take a look at the head-to-head records, this is the real kicker for me. Under 2.5 goals has happened in each of the last 3 encounters, as well as 8 of the last 9 matches, and that does include 3 of the last 4 encounters at the Emirates. Therefore, I'm going to back under 2.5 goals for a full stake here. However, with the odds just slightly longer than even money, I do think there's some capital there for us to take under 3.5. And I'll be backing that selection once the odds go live. I'm expecting the pick to be around 1.5 to 1.7, under 3.5 goals in bet number 2.